everyone, it's so good to see you all again. So we're going to be doing our lesson a little bit differently today. It will be on a virtual distance learning platform. So I will be filming a couple different anchor charts that I made and a different couple examples that I will be doing on the computer. So you might not see my face, but you will be able to see the work and my voice explaining how the work is going to be done. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to message me. We will be doing a live streaming chat form, and I will be calling on a couple of you, so make sure that you're listening. We're going to be discussing where can you see fractions in your everyday life. Just think about, do you see it when you are eating? Do you see it when you are out at the park? So if you forgot who your clock buddy is, I would like you to take it out right now. We're going to be working with our 6 o'clock partner all throughout today. So Johnny, who is your clock partner at 6 o'clock? Yes, it's Samantha. Samantha, does it say that on your paper as well? All right, looks great. So I'm going to be doing the breakout room right now. And again, you're going to talk about where you've seen fractions in your everyday life. Today we're going to be continuing our fractions lessons. So let's first read what a fraction is, go over the definition. Who can help me to read this for me? Thank you, Johnny, for volunteering. A fraction shows equal parts of a whole. Exactly, equal parts. Underline because it's very important to remember that it's equal parts. So if we look at our fraction to go over our vocabulary from last time, who can tell me what is the number on top of the fraction line called? Thank you, Sally. Yes, so it is called a numerator. And who can help me to read the definition of numerator? Cody. So the number of parts counted or separated. And what about our number on the bottom of our fraction line? What vocabulary word did we go over last time that describes what our bottom number of our fraction is? Sally, yes, it is a denominator. Can we all say denominator? Denominator. And what is a denominator? Lawrence, it's an equal pieces of the whole. So if we forget if numerator is on top or denominator is on bottom, which one? What was the clue that I gave you last time? Rebecca, yes, D for down because the denominator is on the bottom. So D down. Denominator will be the number that's on the bottom. Now that we've gone over what fractions are, we're going to be talking about equivalent fractions today. And equivalent means equal. So two fractions are equivalent if they are the same size or they fall on the same point on a number line. So let's show how number lines can help us to show equivalent fractions. If we look at A and we look at B on our number lines, we want to determine is half equal to 2/4. We will be using a number line and some blocks to help us to visualize or to see how these two numbers are equal or have the same size. So let's first look at our number line up on the top that shows A. When I count my jumps from 0 to half and from half to 1, I'm going to demonstrate it by showing this. And this helps me to see that there's 1, 2 jumps. And if there's 2 jumps, my denominator will be, exactly, I like how you noticed that, Johnny, our denominator is going to be 2. And if we are only looking at our first jump, then what will our numerator be? Again, we only have 1 jump. Thank you, Lawrence. Our first jump is going to be what we fill in, and it will be 1. We only have 1 over 2. And then let's look at our bottom number line. So again, we're going to count our jumps from each line to the next line so that we can figure out what our denominator will be. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we have 4 jumps, Samantha, what is our denominator going to be? Again, we have 4 jumps. Exactly. Because we have 4 jumps, these are all the parts of our whole. I like how you used our definition from earlier on our anchor chart. So these will be our denominator, 4. And again, I like how you're pointing that out, Sally. Remember how I pointed out that D for down and denominator is going to help us remember that denominator is the number on the bottom. So if we look at our boxes up on top, I made 4 boxes because we have 4 jumps. And yes, 4 is our denominator because it's the 4 parts of our whole. Now let's focus on B. If we have 2 jumps to get to 2/4, how many boxes will I fill in for my fractions? Looking around to see that we're all paying attention. And Johnny, can you tell me how many boxes we will be filling in if we're going to demonstrate our 2/4? Yes, 2 would represent how many get filled in. So let's fill that in now. So let's compare these two. For my picture, is 2/4 equivalent to half? Are they equal sizes? They are, exactly. Johnny and Samantha, I'll be pairing you together on the breakout rooms, and you'll be discussing how to fill out the number line just as I showed you all as a group. You can go back to the video and rewind. You can look at the anchor charts that I will leave up on the screen, and you will be discussing how to solve the next problem as a team. So it'll be the 2 of you. I can see all of your screens, so please make sure that you are focused and that you're participating. Look on the right. Number 1, we're going to draw the jumps on both number lines. With your partner, you will split the box into equal parts to match the jumps that you drew. Step 3, you will color in the boxes to match the fraction A and B. And number 4, you need to determine with your partner, are they equal? Be ready to explain why or why not by using your number line and your boxes to explain. All right, Kara and Lawrence, I noticed that you have entered the breakout room. I've adjusted your directions a little bit, so the jumps are already drawn for you. Lawrence, can you tell me how many jumps you noticed for the top number line? Yes, there are 3. And Kara, how many boxes will we have for the top box if there are 3 jumps? You already noticed there's 3 boxes for you. So I've already done the jumps and the equal parts for you. Now you need to color in the boxes and you need to be ready to explain, are they equal? Please make sure that you use the word numerator and the word denominator. I've left it on the screen so that you are able to access it, and I will be calling on you, so please be ready to share, okay? Does anyone have any questions right now? All right, let me know. Hi, Jasmine and Kathy. I noticed that you have already started your assignment. I see that you've split the box into equal parts, but Kathy, can you read to me the first direction? What is the first step? It's to draw the jumps. So I don't see any drawings that you have added in, but let's see if you can put it in right now. Okay, and Jasmine, let's double check that Kathy's on the right track. So let's count that she has the right number of jumps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have 6 boxes as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And we have, let's count here, Kathy. 1, 2, 3. And Jasmine, let's count the boxes to see if we're on the right track. 1, 2, 3. All right. So remember, we're going to need to follow directions. So go through the number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've left the anchor chart for the numerator and denominator written on your screen so that when you are ready to share, if they're equal, when you fill them in, you will be able to use our vocabulary words. Let's all get back together. Let's see who is ready. I'm looking to see on your screens that you're showing your work that you did as a partner with your clock buddy. Thank you, Jasmine's group. Thank you, Lawrence's group. All right, looks great. So now that we've all drawn our jumps, we've split the box, we've colored in the boxes. Who is ready to share? Are they equal? And make sure that you're ready to explain why or why not. We have a numerator, we have a denominator on our chart, so make sure you use our vocabulary words. So Kara, are you ready to share? I'm glad that you prepared. So you see that there are two colors in this top box, and it matches with the colors on the bottom. So when you're seeing it, you visually see that. Is that what you're seeing? All right, so to answer the question, are they equal? They are. All right, looks great. To wrap up our lesson, we're going to go over again what our equivalent fractions are. So fractions, let's read this together. Fractions that are the same size, cover the same area of a whole, or on the same point on a number line. So if you see right here, this half is equal to 2/4, which is also equal to 4/8. So on this point on the number line, it matches up, just like how we did our boxes earlier as well. How can you use this equivalent fractions lesson to help you in your everyday life? Can anyone share and raise your hand? Lawrence, thank you for raising your hand. Can you share with us, how are you going to use equivalent fractions in your everyday life? Yes, you can definitely figure out if your pieces for the pizza are just as big as your sister's, whether or not they're smaller. You can compare and see how many pieces there are for the whole and how many you have for just you. That's a great example. Anyone else? No? Okay. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for being so patient with our new way of learning. And I look forward to seeing you all later, and have a great day.